Hi, you're watching Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media and probably YouTube. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That young man over there is
Rick Levy in San Diego.
Rick and I, if you have been watching carefully, Rick and I have been enjoying the Escorpion line of mezcals from Scorpion Mezcal from Doug Stone and Barbara Sweetman.
Doug French.
Doug French, I'm sorry. Doug Stone is somebody else. We'll discuss Doug Stone at a later date, okay? Doug French is the master distiller, and you know him from Scorpion Mezcal. They've been around for 20 years. They last year they celebrated their 20th anniversary. You may have seen some of this line out there. This is in a 375 bottle. Tonight we are doing the Silver Barril, and Rick was saying that this is it's considered the agave Karwinski, but it's not Madre Cuchet. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so from my understanding, they're both in the Karwinski family.
Okay.
But Barril is a more rare species of Karwinski, and the Madre Cuchet is the more common.
Well, having had Madre Cuchet, or sometimes they call it Cuchet, just Cuchet, I really, really enjoy that one. That's been one of my favorites, probably up until I had Doug French's Tobola. But I mean, now it's hard for me to choose. It's almost like how do you choose? It's like trying to choose your favorite kid. Can't do it. So I am using tonight. I am using the Glencairn Canadian blend whiskey blending glass. I know it's a mouthful, but that's the one I'm using tonight. And this is let's see what the everything you need to know is on the label right there. They hide nothing. So let me just read off a few of the points. This is from Ejutla de Crespo. That's where the region of the agave. This is a 15-year-old agave. Steam based.
Yeah, the Karwinski takes longer to grow.
Okay.
And they grow in, the pina is much more of a barrel shape.
It's a barrel shape.
Starts in Barril.
They're huge.
Tall, skinny, huge.
Yeah, huge.
And they're very fibrous, almost woody.
Well, this particular distillation happened in September 2006, so we're getting a 2006 vintage. Let's put it that way. Seeing as how that's something that is getting more and more pronounced in the tequila business. It's got to be as valid in mezcal as well. So let's see what we're getting here.
Now I'll be interested to hear what you get off that glass.
Well, I love this glass for mezcal for that reason, because I don't have to dig into it like I have with my Riedels, and really the quality of this mezcal has been so good. I told Rick in the previous tasting I could probably pour it in my shoe and come up with something and still get everything I'm supposed to get. This is really again I'm getting some sweetness on the nose,
which is really surprising for how woody the agave is.
Well, yeah, because it's rather fibrous, isn't it? It's almost I've seen those pine. They almost look like real pine cones. They look like they got a lot of wood in them. A lot of fiber.
They're much more difficult to mash and extract the juices from.
It's a lot of hard work just pulverizing that thing.
Yeah. So I'm not getting the fruity or flowery notes we got up some of the other species. I'm getting more of the herbal and peppery, some peppery notes on the nose.
I'm not having to dig a whole lot. I'm getting. It almost smells like a combination of all the other ones that we've had. It's really kind of odd.
Well, we're on our fifth pour of the
Yeah, it's our
nights.
fifth pour. So, and just for the sake of transparency, I have been, and so has Rick. We've been the flavor profiles have been so hearty that they tend to cling to your palate, much like an añejo would. So what we've done is we've actually rinsed and cleansed our palates in between sets, so to speak. So, and we're really not having to re-pour a lot. You'll notice we're not. It's very easy to pull out stuff with a very small amount that I have poured,
Yeah.
and Rick
You
as
know,
well.
I've been pouring small amounts, and I still have some left in every glass.
Yes, me too. Me too. It really doesn't take a whole lot to enjoy these mezcals so far.
Right. You know, a small pour, you can sit and enjoy it for quite a long time.
So it says that we're going to get some an herbaceous bouquet. I thought it was more sweet. I didn't think it was so herbaceous, but I could be wrong. Could be just my glass. I really do enjoy this glass for mezcals because it just seems to open up way quicker, a lot faster. I got it.
But along with the pepper, I'm almost getting. I think I might be getting a little hint of mint on the nose too. Are you getting anything like that?
I can't say for sure.
I think with that glass too, you might be, getting more of the deeper notes rather than the lighter
It's
ones.
almost like tasting it. You know what I mean? It's almost like ingesting it because the the opening is so large. You know.
Mhm.
But
Speaking of tasting,
these are these are big mezcals. These are big whether you're tasting them or nosing them. They're hearty.
Mhm.
It's a big profile either way. Now I smell the mint. Wow. Okay. More herbs, lots of pepper. The finish, strangely enough, the finish isn't as pronounced as it was with the other categories. With the other,
Mhm.
did you notice that it was more of a subtle finish as opposed to that long, warm, fuzzy.
but I am getting some sweetness on the finish that I wasn't getting in the nose.
Okay. See, and I got
Yeah,
I got sweetness on the
and
nose and
I,
more
I'm
herbs on
gonna
the
have to
finish.
go back. I'm gonna have to go back and compare this to the Scorpion Barril because I think I think might be doing something different here where I am really enamored with this, where I found I wasn't as drawn to the Barril species of agave in the other tasting pack that we
I
had.
remember that you weren't as much of a fan. I know that Lisa is. Lisa's a
It
big
had a
fan of
much
Barril
more
and Couché, actually.
it had a much more woody taste, much more woody
Much
aspect
more
to it.
fibrous, maybe.
Where this is more elegant and again almost creamy.
You really, really have to spend a lot of time with which each of these varietals. It forces you to not hurry through it. You don't want to shoot these, ladies and gentlemen. You want to find yourself a vessel that you enjoy. Yeah, I know. Please don't float this on your margarita. Okay, don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
don't mix it, don't shoot it.
No, find yourself. This is one of the ones where you find a good vessel, even if it's just a gourd. Because the beauty of each of these mezcals is they're so well made. Like I told Rick, I put them in my shoe and to be able to pull stuff out of it. But you can serve it in a clay copita. You can serve it in a Glencairn. You can serve it in one of these really elegant Bermioles, or even in your Riedel. You know, you're not going to lose anything. I've been using prototype glassware from Stossel, and honestly, I don't think you and I have missed a thing. If anything, we keep discovering more. We keep drawing more out of it that we didn't get, you know, in previous tastings. And I'm glad that you're kind of coming over to the Barril side of things, because
I think the Espadin and the Araqueño are probably still my favorites.
Okay.
You know, for the species, and you know they're related. The Espadin.
That's right.
And
yeah, you like them because yeah.
I'm drawn to that profile, but boy, this is really opening.
One's acoustic, one's electric. It's all guitar, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful nose! And you know, I love that it's got that pepper explosion in mid palate, and like I say, I think this one has a much more subtle finish than some of the other ones. The other ones had a nice warm fuzzy, you know, or even a bitterness that we talked about, that citrus bitterness. But this one's really subtle. This one's got a nice, for as big a plant as it is, it's kind of meek, you know.
Yeah, but it's not as wild, but there's still plenty to enjoy there. You know, it's a great flavor. It's not, you know, and there is, you know, a real flavor there.
Well, it's a plant that's lived its life. What was it? 13 years? Is that what the? Yeah, 15 years.
15.
This plant has lived 15 years. It's almost as if you were to, you know, you see the rings on like when you look at a piece of wood and you see the rings in it, and you know how old it is, and you know, like a big redwood, and you say this 1776 was, you know, when this thing lived forever. Well, this barril has a lifespan that it's lived. You know, drought, rainfall, bad weather. You know, good seasons and bad seasons, and it's survived 15 years. So this is what you're getting in the glass. You know, this is really the only type of plant that ages in the ground before you even put it in a barrel. I mean, this is the ultimate slow food. Just saying. Okay. Wow. You know, like I said later in the previous, Doug, don't quit your day job. I think you got something here, man.
Yeah.
I think if you keep working at it, you'll find your calling.
Oh. You know, if he could produce more of this, he might give Jalisco a run for its money.
Wow. God bless him. 20 years in the business, and it has not been easy. You know, this has been definitely a labor of love. Read Doug's article on Tequila Aficionado. It's in his own words. He'll tell you where he came from, how he's done it, what he's doing now. Oh man, this is just. I don't even want to put it down, but I got to sign off because we got one more. We have one more to do.
One more,
and it's the añejo version. So I'm really, really anxious to taste that.
Barril añejo.
Yeah. So that's our take on the barril.
So let's sign off quick.
Escorpion. Yeah. So we're gonna sign off now. Bye.
Another brand of promise, right?
Another brand of promise.
In
that special varietal category for Escorpion and Scorpion. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. This is at 80 proof. If you find it, go get it. Get yourself pallets, boxes of this stuff, because
buy it before I do, because I'm not going to share it.
Yeah. If Rick finds it before you do, you're out of luck, pal. Let me tell you. But that's our take on Scorpion and the Escorpion line. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That gentleman is
Rick Levy in San Diego.
You've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, probably on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you have had this before. Give us your comments. And yeah, and as Rick says, go ahead and don't be afraid to press any of the other buttons that you see, because it's just going to take you on another journey, another agave journey on Tequila Aficionado. But as we like to say here, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.